And good evening. Rocky proceedings again today ahead of the trial of Darrell Brooks.
The man accused of killing 6 people in last year's Waukesha Christmas parade disrupted the court 10 times before the judge ordered him into another courtroom.
Brooks then filed a motion to adjourn proceedings, claiming he is on COVID protocol. He said he lost his taste and smell and is waiting for results of a COVID test he took earlier. Now, Judge Jennifer Darrow offered him a rapid test today, but he refused. The district attorney thinks Brooks is just trying to stall.
I can advise the court, as an officer of the court, that Mr. Brooks has been saying for the last several weeks in his recorded jail calls to his mother and others that he's going to get this trial delayed or adjourned or pushed back.
Brooks's trial is expected to begin tomorrow.
So for analysis, we want to turn to our legal expert, criminal defense attorney Jonathan LaVoy, who is not involved in this case.
So, Jonathan, another day, day 3 of these disruptions in the court, and the judge today ordered that Brooks go into the other courtroom again. But I think a lot of people are asking, if this behavior continues, does this now give the judge the inability or the ability to say he cannot represent himself?
Right. I think everyone agrees that he's competent to stand trial. The issue is he competent to be his own lawyer? He's proven time and time again that all he wants to do is cause trouble, cause delays. He's constantly arguing with the judge. And I think it's getting to the point where it's really affecting the ability to run the trial smoothly. So I really have some real concerns about him.
Is that 2 different standards that you just mentioned there?
There are 2 different standards. The standard to just be competent to go to trial is much different than be able to represent yourself. It's a higher standard. And the judge found that he was able to represent himself, but he hasn't proven that he can follow even a single rule that the court has imposed.
Okay, let's throw another wrench into this. COVID. Brooks says that he is in a COVID protocol. He's taken the test, but is waiting for those results. Now, if it comes back positive, what impact will that have on the trial continuing or being delayed? So
Judge Darrow mentioned today that they can proceed with social distancing and allowing him in and out of the cell without issues. So it looks like the judge is going to proceed with the trial even if there is a positive COVID test. The issue becomes if he starts getting sick, then she might have to delay the trial a little bit. But I do not expect it's going to cause a long delay. I think it might just be a day or 2 delay should he be sick.
And it seems like there's already been protocol put into place with his disruptions being put into a separate courtroom that would allow him to still be able to ask questions.
That's exactly right. I think they set it up where he's not around or close to other people as is, and they have the ability to put him in the second courtroom as well. So I don't think COVID's going to delay this trial.
And so we're going to get opening statements hopefully tomorrow. Can he do those in the other courtroom if he's disruptive?
I don't think so. I think they're going to have him in the courtroom, but he has to follow the rules, and he might be put back into the other courtroom if he can't follow the rules.
All right, appreciate your insight. Thank you. Don't forget, TMJ4 News will stream the Brooks trial live. You can watch gavel-to-gavel coverage on TMJ4.com and throughout the trial. It's free on our app.